All right, welcome everyone. And we'll give it a minute or two for those that haven't gotten here yet to get signed in and say hello. And it's 12 o'clock, so we'll give it a few minutes. My desk is filthy dirty. I need to do some major cleaning over here. I have got a complete mess. All right, so this is Thursday, Technique Thursday. So we will start here in just a few minutes. When you come on board, make sure you let me know that you're out there watching and where you're from, if you don't mind. Okay, hopefully I've got, all right, it's 12:02, so we'll give it a couple of more minutes. Man, I've really got to do some cleaning. Okay, let's see, I'm trying to get myself organized here. And get my scissors down. And what else do I need? I need my black ink. That can go back up there. Trying to get myself organized. And while I'm waiting on y'all, I am going to find me a craft mat to use. All right, we've got one right here we can use in case I need it. All right, so, well, according to my watch, it says it's 12:01, so we'll give it a minute. Let me get myself a little bit organized. Not sure if we need this, but we'll bring this in and make sure I've got some adhesive. Yeah, I think we're good. Okay. I was running late, got in here this morning thinking I was going to do the creation anticipation video. I was going to get that done and then get the cards made and then come back and do the other second half of the video. And then I realized my phone beeped and my calendar popped up and I went, oh, it was 20 to 12. I was like, oh my goodness, I need to get going. So that happens. I'll tell you what, trying to go on vacation and schedule stuff for 3 weeks. I have done, let's see, four. I've done 3 videos. I have one more to do today and tomorrow, so that'll be 6 videos, not counting the ones that I've done live, which is today and last Tuesday, or this past Tuesday. So anyways, we're going to start in just a minute. And today is Thursday, isn't it? I think it is. Because yesterday, yep, today's Thursday the 7th, so we're good. Good afternoon. I thought, am I way earlier? Y'all just running a little bit late. I tell you what, it's been crazy for me. So how are you? We're going to give it another couple of minutes and see if we can get some more people to pop in. I know it's lunchtime, but I thought that might be a good time if somebody, hey Karen. I know I am. I'm trying to get all these videos and stuff done so that y'all don't miss me for 3 weeks. It's crazy. But it's okay. I've just got a couple more to do. I'm waiting for my order to come in today so I can finish up. I'll do this afternoon. I'll recharge everything and get the other video done. And then I've got one more for tomorrow. And then that should be it. It's just craziness. But I just have, yesterday threw me off because I was trying to do, I'm doing a one sheet wonder for the creation anticipation on Saturday, the 23rd, I think. And hi, Idaho. How you doing? And I was using a different technique and I wasn't familiar and I kept reading it and I was confusing myself. I cut the paper wrong, and so after about an hour I thought, that's it, I'm done. I gotta work on something else. So didn't know what day it was either. Yeah, I think you told me it was the 23rd. At least I hope it is. I was thinking it might have been you know, I need to double check with my virtual assistant because I was thinking that I was trying to do it in between this week and the next technique, but regardless, it's okay. We'll get it straight. I'll make it sure that she has it down for the 23rd. But if that's wrong, we've got time to get it changed. So, all right. Well, since we've got people popping in and it's I've got 12:05, let's go ahead and get started. Let me just introduce myself in case we have those out there that don't know who I am. I'm Dawn Duvall. I'm an independent demonstrator with Stampin' Up! And I have been a demonstrator for about 12 years. I had to stop and think. 12 years, and I live in Fort Myers, Florida. And I do this because I love it. I love making cards and love sending cards. Oh, Thursday. You were referring to it being Thursday. Yes, it's we've got it scheduled for I'm sorry. We've got the technique class this Thursday, and then 2 weeks from today, we're doing another one. So I'm going to do twice a month. And that should be the, I don't have my thing in front of me. Not next week, but the following week will be the next one. And that one, what are we doing in that one? I've already done it. Oh, that's the faux silk one. That's the faux silk. So that's the one that I'm waiting for my order to come in. All right, so how many of you are familiar with the modern grid technique? It's really easy and it's so clever. So I'm going to flip the camera down. I'm going to show you one that I made, and then we're going to get started. But leave me a comment and let me know if you're familiar with the grid technique, and if you are, have you done it? Okay, so that's the question of the day. All right, so let me flip my camera down. So here is the one. Let me get my paper straight because I thought I was, there we go. All right, this is one that I did using the Seaside stamp set with the bird and all that stuff. This was created by my upline, Susan Elise Morton, when she reached her $1 million in sales. Isn't this cute? It's really, I jumped on Facebook. Okay. Were you having problems on YouTube? It's really interesting how this works. It's a really neat, I really like this technique. So what we're going to do, of course I didn't put anything on the inside, but this one's at, and I probably should have cut my paper the other way, but it's okay. This one is cut at 4 1/4 by 11, and then you use a 4 1/4 by, a 4 by 5 1/4 piece of basic white. And then you're going to figure out what you want to stamp. So we're going to go ahead and do one. I'm going to put this off to the side. If we have time, I'm going to do two. Now I haven't made, the second one is a different stamp set. We're going to do Playing in the Rain. That's what we're going to work with. And we're going to get started. And let me grab a blending brush because I'm going to want to do a little blending. Give me 1 second. Let me grab that. I forgot to do it. Hang on. Here we go. Hold up. You figured I should be organized. Okay, so we're going to do that and put that one over there. All right, so we're going to do Playing in the Rain, and I've got my 4 by 5 1/4 right there. So let me go ahead and fold my cardstock and get this. Now this one I'm doing, instead of 4 1/4 by 11, I'm doing 5 1/2 by 8 1/2. So I'm going to go ahead and get this folded, and then we'll burnish that. I have got a mess in here to clean up. When I get back, I am going to have to take a day and just take everything out and clean and dust really good. No problem, just want to see your other chats. Okay. All right, so this is our Lost Lagoon. That's what we're going to use. So I'm going to put that over here because the main thing we're going to do right now is work on this. All right, so what you want to do is you want to use a stamp set, and you probably don't want to do no more than three pictures, depending on how big they are, okay? Because you want to leave room to have these grids. So I'm going to do the fox. I'm going to put him right here. This is my plan. And then I'm going to place some raindrops over here since he's got his umbrella, right? So I'm going to put raindrops there. Let me grab my grid paper because I'm going to have to do some stamping off here. And then I'm going to add the clouds, but I want to only add 2 of the clouds, so I don't want 3. So I'm going to put that right there. So my clouds, there's 3 in the cloud stamp sets. I only want these 2, okay? All right, so what I'm going to do, you're going to first stamp your images. So whatever you want, pick 3. I probably wouldn't do more than 3. All right, so I am going to stamp. I just want my 2 clouds on here. So I'm going to stamp where this one, hopefully this top one doesn't get on here. So I'm just, because it's going to take up too much room. So I'm going to put them right here. All right, well, we have a little bit, but that's okay. That's not a problem. We'll let that go. And then we're going to come back and I'm going to stamp my raindrops. And I'm just going to put those off to the side. They don't have to, well, I probably should put them under the clouds, shouldn't I? All right, so let's do that. We'll put one there and we'll just put a little one over here because there could be rain coming. Who knows? All right, and then could be other clouds that we don't see. Or it could be the wind blowing like our hurricanes. So, all right. And then I'm going to take this little foxy guy, and I'm going to put him right in the center because I want him down at the bottom. So he's like having fun in the rain, right? Okay, so we got him stamped. Ugh, I didn't stamp him very good, did I? We're missing. Let me flip this over. Ah, see why you need to have the two-sided paper? We're going to do this again because I didn't push hard enough, obviously, to get that one piece of his clothing. So let me get that in here. Sorry about that. We're going to do this one more time. That's why we have two-sided paper. All right, so we're going to put him right there. Okay, perfect. Let's try this again. And then we'll come back and do our clouds. So you get to watch me do this twice now. All right, so we're going to go ahead and put this cloud. We'll put them right about here. All right, so that one, look, it even worked better, didn't it? And then I'll add a little bit of rain. That one was too dark anyways. So we'll put some raindrops here. And let's put a little, look, they're blowing this way, so we're going to put some up there. Okay, so that's all the stamping that I'm going to do. Now you need to have you need to use a marker with a real fine point. So I'm using a journaling, basic black journaling marker. I don't know if we still sell these, and I apologize. I just grabbed it if we don't, but just use something that has, you know, a real fine tip because that's what we're going to need. All right. Now to do the grid, we're going to take our ruler. And what you want to do, since we're using a 4 by 5 1/4, we're going to make some vertical lines, or horizontal lines. And we want to start because since this is 5 1/4, it's not going to be even from the top to the bottom, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring down right here. I'm going to come down 3/4 of an inch. Now I'm going to turn this just so that I can make a mark. So I know where I need to start my line. So I'm going to line, and you can use your grid paper, whatever works for you. I like to use my ruler. I'm just strange about that. So let me, I'm going to get it on that line, and let me get this to where it's at 3/4 of an inch, right? So I'm going to bring this down so I'm at 3/4, which is going to be right about there. Now, all I'm going to do at this point, I'm just going to make a mark because I got to turn my paper because we're going to do horizontal first. All right. And then what you're going to do, let me get this lined up and just make sure I got it right. Okay. I'm just going to put a little dot right there. Okay. And then I'm going to come on this side and do the same thing just to make sure that I'm straight. And this is where your grid paper would come in handy. And then I'm going to put a little dot right there. Okay. Now the idea of this technique is when you draw, you're going to come to an image, you're going to stop, lift your pen, and go to the other side. So it's going to make it look like, it's going to make it look like you're going through it, but you're not. Because if you look at this bird, you can see I stopped right below his belly, and then I picked up right on the other side of his leg. So that's how you make your grid. All right, so I'm going to start now. You're going to have to bear with me because I may have to stick my head in here so I can see my lines. And I actually, let me move this down just a little bit. All right, let me get my things lined up because I got to be able to see that I don't run into any of the raindrops. And I see there's one, and I think I might be good. So we're going to start here. Hang on a second, I got to stick my head in here. Okay, I do see a couple of tops. All right, so I'm going to bring this one up, and I'm going to stop right there. Let me stand up. It's probably going to be easier. All right, I'm going to stop right by this raindrop. Then I'm going to bring it over again, and I've got the top of a raindrop, so we're not going to cross that one. And then I'm going to pick up on the other side. I'm going to stop, and then I'm going to pick up and draw it all the way to the side, okay? And then from that point on, we're going to do a 1 inch, we're going to do 1 inch grids, okay? So we're going to come down 1 inch. So right there we've got 3/4. So let's start right here, and I'm just going to make a mark for my 1 inch line, my 2 inch line, a 3 inch line, and then my 4, because this is only going to leave us like a 1/2 inch, okay? And then I'm going to come down here and do the same thing, all right? So we want to get where our lines are. Whoopsie, let me come and do it this way. So we should be able to All right, let me turn this again because I want to start with my line right here. Let me get it straight so y'all can see. So I've got that lined up at the end, right? So I want to do an inch going forward. All right, so, and it doesn't matter. I'm just going to make a mark. I'm holding my ruler. I'm just going to make a mark right there because I can see that. We'll cover it up. And I'm going to make a mark here at the 2, the 3, and the 4. And that's where I know I need to go with my ruler, okay? Hopefully that makes sense. All right, so we're going to start again. And we're going to come down here. And we're going to line up our ruler with those marks or your grid, whichever you're using. And we're going to draw the line. Stop at the raindrop. Make sure my pen's working here. There we go. Stop at the raindrop. Pick it up. Keep going. And I think we're safe to go all the way down. All right? And then we'll come down here. And we got that lined up. And we're going to start, and we're going to come all the way to the umbrella, and we're going to stop, and then we're going to pick up right here and go to the other side, okay? And then you just continue to do that for the number of lines that you're doing. All right, so this one, we're going to do the same thing. We're going to start here. Whoops, got to make sure. And you can tape down your paper if you want. I just hold the ruler so that holds it down. So I'm going to take this and I'm going to draw this all the way to his face. And then over by this ear, I'm going to bring my line right there. And then I've got one more here. So we'll get those lined up. And we'll start here. And we're going to go up to his little foot. And I'm going to make a little stop there. And I'm going to start here and pull all the way to the side. Okay, so far, now look, I've got that crooked. But that's okay. I'm not going to worry about it. Because you know me. I'm not going to worry about it. No one's going to notice that. All right. Now we're going to do our 1-inch marks at the top, right? Because we've got to have our vertical line. So let me get that. I'm going to lay it up against this line here. All right. So I'm going to make a mark here at 1 inch. And a 2-inch mark. A 3-inch mark. And then we've got our 4, which is the end of the paper, right? So now we're going to turn this vertical, or horizontal, I'm sorry. This is what takes so long, and then your coloring doesn't take that bad. All right, so we're going to line this up. Now I probably should come down to the bottom. Let me do that too. I'm not sure how I got him crooked, but it did. I must have had my ruler crooked, but it's all right. All right, so we're going to do a 1 inch here. Whoops, get my paper back. Stay right there, buddy. All right, we're going to do a 2-inch there, a 3-inch, and then our 4 should be right there on the edge, okay? All right, now we're ready to draw these vertical lines, but I'm going to do it this way because it's easier for me to see what I'm doing, okay? So I've got it lined up, and I'm going to stop at the cloud, come down, and I don't have anything in my way, so I can draw a line all the way down, all right? Then we're going to come over here, because we got one little dot there, and then this one's down here, so we're going to get these lined up. So you can see, I've got a little line I'm going to do right here, stopping at the cloud, and then I'm going to come down to the umbrella, and then I'm going to stop, and we'll have a little bit right here from his foot going down, okay? And then we'll do the same thing on this one. So we've got them lined up again. Make sure I get over here. All right. And this one, we've got a few little hangers out. One's the raindrop, so we're going to stop there. We're going to come over. I'm going to stop right there. And it looks like I'm safe to go all the way down to right here and try to see what is there. Hang on a second. All right, so I can go from there, looks like right here. I'm going to take and stop and go right there. Okay, there we go. So does that make sense? It's easy to do. Once you do it a couple of times, you'll get much better at it. So there's our grids, all right? So now we can go ahead and start coloring. So the first thing I'm going to do, then I'll go ahead and color my fox, because obviously he's the only thing we have left to color. So I'm going to, let's see, I am going to do his umbrella. Since we're using Lost Lagoon, then I'm going to color his umbrella the same color. So I'm going to start with the dark, and I'm just going to go in and make some shading with the umbrella itself. I'm about to sweat to death. I need to turn the air conditioner down. And then we'll come in, and then we'll come back with the light, and we'll get that colored. And I'm just going to do a little bit of shading. Okay, so let's come back with our light. So it really is an easy thing to do. So if you haven't done this, y'all need to make a grid card and then post them so that we can see them. Post them in the group. If you're on YouTube, you'll have to join. If you're not a member of our Facebook group, then our VIP group, then you need to go on and ask to join. Okie doke. Oh, I didn't think about his hat. I'm going to have to come up with another color. Let's see if I got any colors over here. Yeah, we can do a coral. All right, so I'm going to make it yellow. I'm going to use Lemon Lolly. I'll make it for his hat and his raincoat since he's in the rain. And I'm going to start with the dark, excuse me. And I'm just going to add some, go over these lines here. Try to add some definition. Oh, I don't want to color his hands, do I? All right, let's see. I think that might be good. Remember, he's got a little head. All right, and I'm going to take the smaller one, and we'll just come in and just color. So this is what the whole, and then after we do all of this, then we get to start coloring in. And all you're going to do with the blocks is you're just going to do lines, dots, squiggles. If you're familiar with Zentangle, you could Zentangle, which are just making dots, wavy lines, and things like that. So you can color some in. You want to leave some open, but it's really just whatever you feel like doing and just choosing colors. And you want to leave at least 3 to 4 blocks open as far as the color. You want to leave them white. That would help. It just helps to brighten up the card some, okay? All right, so we've got him in his raincoat and hat. So let's come in now with our, I'm going to use pecan pie, is it? Pecan? So that's what we're going to do. Let's color. Hopefully this isn't going to be too dark. So I'm going to take the dark and just do some of these accents here. And I'm going to darken up his tail a little bit. Just kind of run around the lines. And our fox's tail's white. Should I leave his tail white? I wasn't even thinking. Are they? I don't think so. Maybe they are. Maybe I'll go light on the outside. All right, so we're going to come in and color. It looks like he's got his eyes closed. The things we have to look at when we're coloring, right? You have to look at all this stuff and try to decide how you're going to color your image, because we don't want to color it incorrectly. But you can color your fox whatever color you want, right? So I'm just going to come in here with the light, and I'm going to leave a little bit of white spaces showing through, because he could have some white in his hair. So we'll just leave a little bit of white showing. The tip of his tail is white. Okay, good. Thank you for sharing that with me. I appreciate that. Good thing I asked. I thought the tails were white, so I'll just come in. We'll just leave that one white. We just won't even color it. I did put a little brown on it because he's probably got a little bit of brown through his tail, but that's okay. So we'll just color this in, and then again, we're going to do his little legs. And I could get the one thing about when you're using our Stampin' Blends, we have the color lifter, so you can always, if you want to lighten up a color, you can use the color lifter, and that will take some of the ink away and lighten up the colors. All right, so let's see. Let me go back and do a little bit more, just some dark around the edges here, and then I'll blend that in, and I'll do a little bit on his tail right here in the bottom part. All right, so let's do a little bit more blending and try to get that blended in. Come back and we'll do all of this so it kind of blends the same color. And we'll do the same with his tail. Okay. All right, so we got him done. I don't need to do it. I'm not going to do anything to clouds. I guess I could put a little blue on the clouds so it doesn't look so white. So let me get the, let's get the balmy blue light. And I'll just come in and do a little bit of, oh, I guess I'm going to have to get a new balmy blue. This is light. My tip is getting, I'll just do a little scratchiness like that. I think I might have to get another marker. This one looks like it's drying up on me. Might have used it too much. So we'll just do that to add some color to the clouds. And then that's the coloring part. So now we get to color and do our squares. So I'm going to come in. I'm just picking colors. You know, I'm just going to randomly pick colors. So, and you want to just start with whatever, you know, whatever you feel like. So I'm going to do the light. This is pecan. I'm sorry, parakeet. Good Lordy, I can't even speak today. Peacock. And I think what I'm going to do here, I'm just going to make some dots. So I'm just going to start, again, no rhyme or reason. Do what you want. I'm just going to make dots going down just to give it a different pattern. And you can leave it just like that if you want, or we can fill it in. So I think I'll fill this one in. And I'm just lightly touching because the ink is automatically, once you hit it with the paper, it disperses. So I'm just letting the ink, the blender do the work. And we'll just do that. All right, so that's one square. I always try to do two of the same color. And then why don't we go here? Why don't we do, let's do some dashes. So we'll just do some dashes. And this is probably what's time consuming. So we're just going to do dashes like that. And if you want it to be perfect, you can use a ruler, but you know, I'm not going to worry about that because it's a handmade card, right? So we'll just make some dashes. All right, and then we're going to change colors. So we'll just come back and do some other colors. Actually, let me do this. Let me do some others first, and then we'll color in some squares too. All right, I'm going to do coral. I keep using my tips are, that's the dark one. Let's go with the light. My tips, I use them a lot. See that one? How it's white, so it's worn out. I'm going to have to order some more. So I think this one, I think I'm going to color this one in. And again, you want to just watch your lines if your image is in that area. Just watch the lines. And again, this is just the easy part. You just sit here and color. And I can leave it like that if I want. You know, if I just want to have a box that's half colored. Because it's your card. You get to do what you want with it. So I'm just picking colors that I thought would look cute on a rainy day. I don't know, you know. What can I say? And this is where I wish I had the fat tip, because it would make it a lot quicker. But since my fat tip isn't inking, then I'll just have to use the smaller one. But that's all right. All right, and then let's come right here. I'm just gonna do something different. I'm gonna do like a whirly thing. I'm just gonna make some squiggles. No right or wrong. I'm just gonna make squiggles, something different. And let's come down here and we've got some that. Let's go over here. We'll do some dots around the fox. So I'm going to come down and get my rows going. So it's pretty easy. I mean, it really is. This is a lot of fun. And you can come up with so many different ideas because it's really how you want to make your blocks and what designs you want to put in them, right? All right, and then we're just going to keep coloring. I picked some other colors. I'm going to use some berry burst because that coordinates with, oh, there's a big one. That coordinates with Lost Lagoon. So I'll color this one in. So I'm going to try to stay within my lines. Remember when you used to color as a child and you had, I don't know about y'all, but my mom and I used to color and we'd have coloring contests to see who could stay within the lines. Well, guess who won all the time? Wasn't me. My mom used to win all the time. All right, so I'm just going to color this block in. So we're going to get around our raindrops. But isn't this cute? I think this is just such a neat idea. And it's something I can, you know, you forget about the techniques and things, excuse me, that we've learned. You know, and then I went back into my archives. Pardon me. Pardon me. I went back into the archives and looked up some of my techniques over the years and went, oh my gosh, I haven't done that thing in a while. So here we are, doing the technique. All right, so there's that one. Excuse me, I feel like I got something in my throat. Let me grab a sip of water. All right, so we're just going to keep on trucking along here. So what can we do now? We could do, let's put some pink right here. We could do circles. I'm sorry, hang on a minute. Pardon me. Let's try some circles. Now, these are going to be really fun hand-drawn circles, so this will be cute. Good, look at that. I don't know. I can't do big circles, but that's okay. Something different, right? So we're just going to make circles, and then we'll make one there, and we'll put one there. Okay, so that's that. There's another one. And then I'm going to do, since this is crooked down here, let's just I'm going to outline in this color. I'm not going to color it in. I'm just going to do an outline of the box. Okay? So again, excuse me, it's whatever you want to do. All right, let's see. Let's get some Lost Lagoon in here since that's our card colors. So let's pull, oh, we already did some, didn't we? Let's see. We got to pull, let's do some of the balmy blue. We'll get that in here. Let's see, I think I'm going to leave this one, probably this one, and maybe these open. This one, let me think. So we need some color down here. So let's put the blue here. And that's not going to work, so let's pull this one in. I think I need a balmy. Let me see if I have another one. Hang on a second, because give me a second. I apologize. Let me find another. Maybe the dark one will work. If all else fails, we'll use the dark. And he should be fine, because I don't use him that often. Whoopsie. Let me pull. And from the little one. Yeah, we'll do this one. And if you're good with blending, like if you have your sponge daubers, you could use your sponge dauber and you could use that and blend that way too to make it quicker if you wanted. And I'll just color this one in since I started. So you get the idea of how this works. I just think this is such a cute way of making cards. And I don't know if people even remember this technique because it's not something you see that often. So I'm going to have to come back and fix my blue here. I'm going to have to come back and fix it. Probably should get my Stampin' Right marker. Right? Make that better. But that's okay. We'll get it to work. Good thing I have an order getting ready to go in. I can add that to the list. All right, so there's some balmy. And I'm going to keep, let's see, I'm going to put, let's do, how about if we do like this way? Now I'm really stretching. Let's do lines at an angle, going against the rain. And then this one. All right, so again, it's, you know, I'm going to try to get these so they don't look like they're a little weak in the color. All right. That doesn't look too bad. And let's see, we got too many whites. So let's see, we've got two. Let me do another, let's do a Lost Lagoon. Let's do a dark one. And let's do that one. Let's do him right here in the corner. So we'll just color this one in. And we'll color that so it coordinates with our card. Okay. And we got a few more because we've got a little bit too many. So I think we need to fill in probably something here. I'm going to leave those two open. So probably need to do something here, here, and here. Because that will leave, well, we can leave those three. So if we do this one, yeah, this one needs one. So let's do, we haven't done a dark coral, so let's do a dark coral. This one we did the wavies. Let's just do some let's do some dots on this one. Just trying to pick up some colors so we don't have too many. Let's see, we want to stay on this side of the line. We don't want to have too many white boxes. And it really, you know, these dots you can make as many as you want in here. All right, so there's that. Let's see, we need to do a couple of more because this looks kind of like a little bit too much here. Let's see. Let's do the peacock. Let's color, this would be dark. This is the dark peacock. Let's color, I don't know, do I want to put that around his tail? Yeah, let's do that. Let's see what that looks like. Should we color it? Well, we got that there. Yeah, why not? Let's color, we're going to color this with a dark peacock. All right, so let me get this small tip because we don't want to get the color on his tail. So we'll just color this one in since we've got dots all around him. All right, and we're going to color that. My left eye has been twitching for about 5 days now. I'm not sure what is going on with that. All right, now I have to be careful here because I don't want to get color on his tail. So we're going to go gently in here and color in around him. All right, and then you got his tail right there. Let's put that right there. Okay. All right, let me see. I think we need, all right, so we've got 2 open here, which I think is fine. I've got 2 here. This one, let's see, we got 1, 2, that's 3, 1, 2, and 3, and 1, 2, 3. Do you think that's too much white? I think that looks good. What do y'all think? Okay, let's see, do we need to add any more color? All right, let's look at this as far as balance. I think this one we should color in. What do y'all think? And we've got that open, that's fine, that one's open. I think it looks fine. I think, well, we've already colored. Nah, let's leave it open. All right, let's go with that. I don't want to add too much and then it looks all funkadelic. All right, so we're going to add this to here. Okay, so let's go ahead and add our adhesive. I'm just going to lay it down flat. Hopefully we've got glue in here. Whoops, see, this is what happened. I was doing a video last night. The same daggone thing happened. I got glue everywhere. This is where I need to get my sponges out so I can help smear it around, you know. So, anyways, let's wipe this off because that's a lot of glue. Okay, well, we know that part's not going to come off, right? So I'm going to lay that right there. I love this. I'm going to probably start doing these and mailing these out to people because I just think they're so much fun. Let me get that in there so it's straight. Okay, so we got that. Now let's do... let's see. Oh, we'll do Oh Happy. Oops, let me make sure I got my glue on this side. Doesn't look like it's popping up. Let's see if this is going to fit on. Nope, that one's not going to fit. So, Rainy Days. I don't know if that's going to fit on my oval. Let's see. I don't think that's going to fit, but let's try it. Let's see. It probably. I don't think that's going to work, but we're going to try it and see. Let's see, what do we want to use? Do we want black or do we, no, let's use our Lost Lagoon. So, I have a feeling I'm going to use the double oval punch with the scallop, but I have a feeling that this sentiment might be a little too big for this, but let's see if we can get it in there. Ooh, It barely fits. We're going to go with that. Rainy days are better with you. We could pick something else. It means I'd have to get up and start looking, and we don't want to do that. Okay. So here's, all right, so we're going to glue that on there. And we're going to put this here. And then I'm going to put, we have some new Lost Lagoon ribbon. And I pulled it out, and let me find it. I did bring it over here. Oh, here it is, right here. I'm going to put this underneath, underneath my ribbon. I think I'll just make like a banner, little thingy, sticking out underneath it. So let me put some seal. That will hold it down much better, and then we'll pop this up. So I think I'm just going to lay it, kind of make it like a ribbon, if I can get it to lay right, and we'll put it about like that. Yeah, that looks good. All right, and then let's do some dimensionals on here. There's one, and there's two, and we will pop this. And here's the thing, you got to figure out where we're going to put it, because we don't want to, oh, look at what I did, put it upside down. Oh, good thing I can move it around, I tell you. Oh, goodness gracious, me oh my oh. And I had it looking pretty good there too. That's all right, we're gonna fix it. Okay, we're gonna put it right there now. Okay, perfect. There we go. Now we got a ribbon where it's supposed to be. All right, so let's take the backings off this thing, and then let's figure out where we want to put our put the sentiment. So we could put it, see, he kind of is up there. Maybe we need to put it like right about here. What do you think about that? There, or we could put it over here, because we've got, can't put it on either side because I put him in the middle. So I say, I vote to do it, I'm going to do it like this. I'm going to put it right there. All right, so welcome to those that are just joining us. So here is the modern grid technique. So give me your thoughts. What do you think about that? I think it's just so easy. And of course, we'll put our sentiment on the inside. And then here's the one I did before. Now, do you want to see another one? Because I can do another one, or I can show you what I did. Let me show you the one I did, and we can make this one if you have time. Actually, let's just leave it that. Here's another one that I did using the whale watching. This is a new stamp set that you'll be able to purchase as of yesterday. And I did this one. So isn't that cute though? See what you can do with these? All right, so I put the clouds, I put the mountains or the rocks that were in the stamp set, and this guy's coming out of the water. So, and then see how I just did some different line. Oh, I didn't even put lines in it. So we could do dots, lines, squares, or whatever. So isn't that cute? So I think that's what we'll leave it with this. We'll just do these three. We'll show those three. So that gives you some ideas. I think my page is crooked. There are some ideas on how to do the modern technique. So again, I'll just, for the ones that just joined, you start with your first horizontal line, come down to, this is 4 inches by 5 1/4, come down to 3/4 of an inch, and then make a dot, and you want to do it on both sides to keep your line straight. And then you want to do every inch. And then at the top, you want to do, since it's 4 inches, then you want to do one, they're all 1 inch squares. So this one's going to be 1, 2, and 3. And then you just stop when you get to your image, and then pick up your pen and draw it down. Whatever you come to an image, you want to stop, lift your pen, and bring it down to the next place that you can do it. And that's how you make the modern grid. It's really fun. And look how colorful it is. You can use whatever colors you want. You could actually do a Christmas card like this. I just thought about that. You know, you could do your typical reds and greens and have some type of Christmas sentiment or scene in there. That would be beautiful. So there you go. I hope you all enjoyed this. It's 12:45, so I'm gonna call it, since we started at 12, and it really doesn't take the longest part is doing your coloring and making your squares and dots and whatever you do. So that gives you some ideas. I hope you all enjoyed this. And I've got 2 more videos to record before I leave out of town on Saturday. And then you will be able to watch all of my Facebook Lives on Tuesday evenings at 7. I have another technique class coming in 2 weeks. And then we've got our creation anticipation where I'll be doing a one-sheet wonder. So if you're not on my newsletter, I would highly encourage you to join. Sign up for my newsletter. You'll have all the dates in there as well. Okie doke, everyone. Thank you again for watching. If you create some of these cards, make sure you post those to our VIP group, VIP group. And if you're not a member, come on over to Facebook and join and see how much fun that we have making cards. All right, everybody, have a great afternoon, and I will see you next time.